Soundstripe. 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 Soundstripe.
What's up, everybody? Thanks a lot for tuning in to another episode of Birds of a Feather Flock Together. This your host, Superb. We got another great show for y'all tonight. We're going to bring on a few guests a little later on as they arrive. We got a couple of homies arriving tonight. We're going to break down the 2023 Eagles schedule game by game, give our predictions, on each game, feeling like which team that will be able to go Birds. Which teams will be able to beat us this year? What is our record going to be, etc., etc. We're going to have a good show tonight. We should have a few guests on tonight also. So once again, greatly appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Drop a comment in the comment section if y'all want to chime in, or if y'all got a question y'all want to ask, any of the above. Make sure that y'all chime in. And we're going to go ahead and make sure that y'all follow us. Let me share this right here. Make sure that y'all follow us on our Instagram at BOAF_Eagles_podcast on the Instagram. And then we got this Facebook group. If y'all on Facebook at Birds of a Feather Flock Together. Great group, great activity every single day on that page right there. And then we're going to go ahead and hop in. We got my boy Ant in the building. What's going on, Ant?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Oh, man, we chilling. Everything good with you?
Hell yeah, just chilling, man.
Yeah, we can't see you. Your screen is blacked out.
Blacked out. Hold on. You see me now?
Nah.
That's weird. I see myself on your screen.
No, I don't see nothing.
Hold on.
I just see your name in the blank spot. If you want to hop back out and hop back in, you're more than welcome. And then we'll just continue from there.
All right, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that right now.
All right. And once again, we're going to break down this schedule right here, game by game, from week 1 all the way to week 18. So if y'all want to give y'all input and your critique also as we go game by game, and what's your input, if it's different than what we thinking, you're more than welcome to drop your comment in the comment section. There you go right there, bro. What's going on with you?
I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, what's going on with you?
Man, chilling, man. Went ready for Sunday already, man.
Can't get here quick enough, huh?
Man, this summer flew by, though, for sure. Hopefully the season lasts a little longer, though.
Big facts. You want to introduce yourself and let them know where you located and the things you got going on with yourself right now?
Yeah, man, I'm Anthony. I'm going by Philly Ant. I represent the Northwest Bird Gang up here in Seattle, Washington, pretty much all up here in the West Coast area, Northwest. Yeah. I live in Tacoma, though, but, about 45 minutes from Seattle.
Okay, that ain't bad at all. What's going on? Peace to you too, my brother. Yeah. So also too, anybody coming out to the Seattle game, he got a great group on Instagram on Facebook called the Northwest Bird Gang. And they're gonna be deep. They're gonna have a gang of events and stuff leading up to the game. And also those that ain't able to make the game, he knows a bar that's all Eagles related. So y'all more than welcome, you know what I mean, to attend that and everything. So once again, it's the Northwest Bird Gang on Facebook.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, and then to add on to that, so we're hosting the Philly Sports Trip. So that's what we're hosting. So Hollis Thomas is gonna be rolling with them. So yeah, like he said, if you guys follow the Northwest on Bird Gang on Instagram or Facebook, we'll have links and to for the tickets. You know, they'll have discounted game tickets and then tickets to the bar. And it's $99 for all you can eat and drink for the whole time. It's gonna
What's
be cold
going
up
on?
here. It's gonna be cold.
Oh yeah, December game too. You know, it rained a lot and it's real cold
So
in
the tailgate
Seattle.
will be indoors at a bar. You'll be warm.
Yes, please. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that would be a great event, especially anybody that's making it out that way, like I am for that Seattle game. That's going to be a great point of emphasis to contact my boy Ant. He'll be able to guide you in the right direction. You know what I mean, and get you around where all the birds going to be at.
Yeah, most definitely.
Most
So take care
definitely.
of my people, man.
Amen, amen. And we're gonna share. We're gonna actually until a few more of the homies hop in here. We're gonna hop right into the scheduled in. Let me zoom this in a little bit, and then we can start off with week 2, and then we'll come back towards the end of the show, and then we'll come back in and do week 1, and then give our score prediction on that one. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna give scores for 2 to 18. We'll just say win, loss. You know what I mean, and explain why uh, we picking that win or we picking that loss for that week. So with us opening up at the link on Thursday night against the Vikings, what's your input on that game right there?
My input, man. I know we blew them out last time we played, and it was our home opener last year too. So I know for sure we're gonna win. Because for one, it's the home opener. It's prime time in Philly. We've been playing really good prime time at home. And for two, Kirk Cousins ain't good at all in prime time games.
Man, say less.
So it's like I feel like they're gonna play us a little tighter than they did last year, but we're gonna come out the W for sure.
Big facts, big facts. And I feel the same way, especially with the D line that we have, be able to create pressure on Kirk Cousins in a primetime game. He ain't gonna have time to think. And then with us having solid corners finally in Philly, I'm confident about Jefferson. I mean, he gonna eat a little bit, but as long as he ain't, you know what I mean, eating, then we pretty much good. I don't see the running game or Kirk Cousins having any type of good day. It's gonna be quick passes, you know, 3-step drops, get it out, screen passes, flats, hitting them out the backfield and stuff like that. So I don't see where it's gonna be even a close game unless we just start running the ball if we got a significant lead and just try to run the clock out.
And my thing is, who's our running back? They don't got Dalvin Cook no more, and they don't got Adam Thielen. So my
Man,
thing, I feel like their offense ain't as explosive this time around. And last year, I think we held Dalvin Cook under 50 yards, and Jefferson. I forgot how many yards Jefferson had, but I remember when he was playing against Slay, he only had like one catch for 7 yards and like
big
2
facts,
picks. So yeah.
big facts, big facts. And I'm just confident going into week 2, especially being a season opener. It's gonna be crazy at the link. And it's just going to be a different type of atmosphere. Everybody is really excited for this year of Eagles football, and I feel that game right there is going to set the tone for the season.
Yeah. Most definitely.
And then we got Tampa Bay week 3 at Tampa, and we got Baker Mayfield as a starting quarterback right there in Tampa. What you thinking about that game right there?
I know Jalen's the kind of person that moves forward and he doesn't like dwell on the past, but I know going to that stadium is gonna bring up some memories of that first playoff loss the year before last.
Big
So I know
facts.
he's gonna, get a little win in that stadium. And I think the thing with Baker Mayfield, all he's really successful with is like play action, like runs and then like throwing the ball on the run. But he was with the Browns when he had Nick Chubb, so he was able to do a lot. He had a running game, but I feel like our D line against our running game is not going to be. I feel like we can probably win that game by a good amount of points because like That dude Baker Mayfield just a sober Johnny Manziel to me, bro.
Man, I just said that at work today to my people. I said Baker Mayfield is Johnny Manziel to me, and then they
Yeah.
was bringing up him being in the CFL and all type of shit. So that was crazy right there comparison, but it really is. He's a glorified Johnny Manziel. You know, they got to believe in somebody, and Baker Mayfield, he had his time though. He had his time. He was a starting quarterback at once. You know, in the NFL, I just don't see him as if Baker Mayfield is your best option, then you're doomed already as a team. If
Yeah.
that's your best option at quarterback.
And all his success was off the run game for the Browns. They were run heavy, you know, good offensive line. And Nick Chubb, we all know what he do.
Odell Beckham,
Yeah, you know, Jarvis Landry.
man.
Oh man, he had security blankets for sure.
Yeah, all around him, man. And I feel this is his last shot, just like Carson Wentz. You know, not to bring up Carson Wentz, but if Carson Wentz get a shot this season, if you know, knock on wood, nobody goes down where he's able to get that shot. But if they do, then that's gonna be his last go round too. He gonna have to prove it.
Yeah, most definitely. I agree with that.
And I feel that this is Johnny Manziel's shot right there, just like I explained and elaborated with Carson Wentz. I feel that that's the same thing with Baker Mayfield, should I say, with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And with Tampa, they didn't have no options. Like it has to kind of, you know, Brady retired and they got to plug someone in there.
Look at this cat right here. some Washington people, huh? Yeah. I feel that that'll be a great 3-0 start right there for us going into Washington. Speaking of that, like that's if you notice on our schedule, we'll go into it. That's our only 10 o'clock games of the season is against Washington both times. At Philly and in Philly and at Washington, them are our only 10 o'clock games. Or should I say West Coast 10 o'clock, East Coast 1 o'clock games.
That's crazy, Max. I remember we used to at least half our games every year were at 10 a.m.
Yeah, most definitely.
I was waking up at like 9:45 a.m. getting thrown a little jersey on real quick early.
Crazy. And then going into that Washington game, like I pretty much feel Washington ain't with it being a division game that makes it harder. But I feel that game will be a game we'll win, especially with their quarterback situation. I don't feel that they quarterback situation is relevant enough to be able to match our offense because their defense ain't really that good. They got great young youth at the D line, but I don't feel that they have the offensive power to keep up with us to keep the game tight or the defense to hold us down, not to score. So I feel that that's another W also. And what's your input on that game?
Man, I feel like you said, it gets kind of tough when it comes to the rival games. I hate when people talk crap like, "Oh, you guys suck, so we lost to them last year." I feel like you played that same team. I mean, they add players and stuff, but every year twice, so it's bound you're gonna take an L or something. You know each other so well. You play twice a year, you know. So he might be a good team every year, and they're not, but they're still gonna give you a run for your money. But their defensive line is definitely a problem. But I feel like it's just gonna be one of those games where it's kind of low scoring in the first half, and then we just kind of take off in the second half, you know, because they're
Yeah.
all around a better squad.
Yeah, and like I said, I just said that y'all had a decent defense, but I just don't feel that they're gonna be able to stop us as much as we gonna stop y'all offense. You know what I mean? And that's where I feel that y'all won't be able to match us. That's where I'm coming into that right there. You know what I mean? Speaking on that point, like I'm not doubting y'all. It's a division game. We're gonna be close. It ain't too many division games that we blow people out. Y'all blow people out. There's nothing. That's what we plan our draft around everything. Long as we beat everybody in our division, we go into the playoff. You know what I mean? Win our division. So I'm not speaking on that right there, saying that y'all defense ain't good. Y'all decent, you know, especially coming out of a division game, it's gonna be much harder. But I just feel that that's a W for us.
I feel like they need to worry about figuring out their name before anything.
That they Redskins, then they Commanders. Now they trying to go back to the Redskins. Like they just gonna be the W in a minute. They ain't got no logo, no nothing.
Washington football team. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's basically what they. Oh yeah, they did have that. They did have that for a year, huh? The rest till they took it off, huh? Yeah, that's crazy. But going into LA, you know what I mean? The 405 game, the LA Rams week 5, 405, October 8th. That's a game that I'll be at also, as well as my boy Ant and a few other my peoples and everything. So this is a game that I'm looking forward to just for the simple fact of another LA takeover. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
And what's your input on this game?
LA, man, like usually it's hard to win when you go coast to coast, but my thing with LA, I feel like they're kind of on the downfall, and they got a lot of people like they're like future in LA is kind of like up in the air because they went. I wouldn't say they went all in that year to get that Super Bowl. They didn't care about draft picks or going young. They were just thinking about right now. So I think they're kind of one of those teams that's kind of like on the downfall. So it's like I don't know. I see them winning like 5 or 6 games this year. I don't think it's really going to be. And then their quarterback, I forget his name, that came from the Lions, but I don't know if he's going to be playing that game or what's going on with him. He's still got like a shoulder injury or something going on. So, I mean, I feel like that's going to be a win right there. And you already know the crowd plays a big part. And you already know the last 2 times that Philly came to LA has been a Philly takeover. They had to have celebrities come out there and wear LA gear to try to support them out there.
Just give them free tickets, all that,
Yeah,
huh?
come on, man. We can't do that, man. That's how the bandwagon stuff starts, man.
Yeah. And then we gonna Mr. Lightbright, we're gonna bring you on. We got a Washington Redskins / Commanders / football team fan right here that's gonna hop on right here. What's going on with you, Mr. Lightbright?
What's going on, man? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you and see you right now. Your phone, you've been I brought you on, but you your visual and audio, wasn't we couldn't hear you or see you. If you turn your phone sideways with the landscape, we'll get the full there you go right there. What's going on with you, homie?
Hey, man, what's going on? How you guys doing?
Oh man, are we doing great? Appreciate you hopping on. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, man, my name Marco, man. I'm a DC native, born and raised. Washington always been my team, nobody else, you know. So even when they doing bad, I just default to Baltimore just because we're from the area.
Yeah. The real talk, huh? Yeah, so that's so basically so you was chiming in. Let me pull up this right here. So you was
Yeah,
chiming in.
man.
I'm
I
listening.
want to ask you two guys, right? I just want to see if I can get you guys to maybe agree that we're at least going to split the series this year.
Oh no,
What do you think? Y'all don't think we're going to at least split this year? I say we're going to split.
Well,
I don't see that. The only team. Go ahead, Ant.
my thing is, when do we play each other? If it's towards the end of the year and we got backups in there, then yeah, I'll give it to you.
We go
Oh
right
man,
here.
that's disrespectful.
We
Nah,
play
see,
them. We
one
play them
it's in the
early,
middle,
4-8.
early. All right.
And look, real man, I still I would get mad like a loss is a loss, but how y'all won that game last year? I never seen a quarterback celebrate roughing the passer. That Tyler Heineke when he barely got touched, Brandon Graham barely touched him. He gonna get up and celebrate a roughing the passer call.
But
So
but
let-
you but you beat a team that was undefeated though. That was a lot. That's like
right,
a
he was
Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
I was
undefeated.
like,
You
come
get what I'm
on, man.
saying?
So let me ask you this, right? We do you guys, right? I don't know if you follow us enough. Do you guys think we got better or worse this year?
At I feel you got stability with this youngster at quarterback, but he's going to take a couple of years for him to gel into the league. Y'all finally got some stability from the last few years, but he going to need, you know what I mean, a better backup than Jacoby, right there. If he goes down, then you guys going to need some more help right there. And y'all don't see the depth chart right there with him able to do that. But I just don't feel that I see Like if you go through y'all roster, I just don't see a split. It has to be some kind of significant injury, something that goes on, fumble, turnover, whatever the situation. I just don't feel, you know what I mean? No disrespect. I'm just keeping it 100, you know, not just being a fan of my team, but being a fan of the NFC East. I feel that y'all going to come in last this year in the NFC East. You know what I mean? Like 100%. Just my personal opinion.
No, I respect that. 100. I get that. And I just be trying to make folks just understand what we did last year, right? Under a turbo offensive coordinator, we bring in one of the best this year. And if you watch any preseason, the way he's calling the game already going to add at least 2 wins to us. The defense got better. The offense got better. We were 8-8 last year. All right, 8-1. That's going to add another 2 wins automatically. I promise you it is. Right. Therefore, that right there shows you we're going to get a little bit better. Stability, like you just said, at the quarterback position now. All right. Like any team, right? If the starter goes down, you're in trouble with the backup. That's any team, not any, but most teams across the league. We're talking about the starters, and that's why I just think, and like you guys have alluded to all call, it's an NFC East rival, right? Them NFC East, I just think we're going to split. I really do, just because we've got better this year than last year.
Now, I think
go ahead.
You guys lost by it was because the team won. We guys didn't get in, because I think you guys were depending on someone to win or lose to get into the playoffs last year.
No, that was on us. And Ron Rivera made a bad decision down the stretch. All we had to do was win one of those games, one of 2 games we lost both. That's when he inserted Carson Wentz back to the lineup. But all the fans knew Wentz shouldn't have went back into the lineup. All the fans knew we should have kept rolling with Heineke, and I think we would have won one of 2 of those games, and we'd have been in the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah, even if you're saying that you got better, it's a different caliber teams that we're playing this year, you know, in different divisions. You know what I mean? Y'all getting away with playing the Cardinals and stuff like that, but there's a lot of other division teams that we're playing this year in the AFC and the NFC that we're playing, and I feel that y'all I feel that you hope that y'all can be 8-1 this year. You know what I mean? That's what you hoping, because I just don't see that. I see 6 wins from y'all this year. You know what I mean? 100% with that quarterback. And I'm not saying injury. I'm saying that with a young quarterback, you take him out of the game once he start getting frustrated. You can throw, the defense is going to throw the kitchen sink at that kid and make him uncomfortable in that pocket. And then you got to go back to Jacoby is what I'm saying. And then now who's backing up him? You know what I mean? If Jacoby's your best option, your second best option, you're doomed right there. You know what I mean? And then Sam Howell being your number 1 over Jacoby, that lets you know that Jacoby's game right there. You know what I mean? Like I just don't see more than 6 wins for y'all. You know, keeping it 1,000.
I agree. I didn't like the Jacoby. I didn't like bringing Jacoby in. I just didn't think it was worth it. I agree with you on that point. To me, he's not. He just wasn't what we needed. However, I think everyone is underestimating Bieniemy's impact. Right? I think him being there as offensive coordinator is going to make huge dividends, and I just do. Here's a question. I wonder about this, right? Because I've been watching Philly. Do you guys think your defense got better or worse?
I feel we got better.
I think you guys got worse. You lost the key pieces.
How? Okay, you say Hargrave. If you're speaking on Hargrave, we replaced Hargrave with Jalen Carter. My brother, how do you get worse from that? If anything, that's a lateral move. You know what I mean? You don't go backwards. You're not declining from Jalen Carter. Only thing you're saying is the experience that I'm mentioning with your quarterback is only the experience. And we're getting him for way cheaper on a 5-year deal, my brother, on a rookie deal. So, yes, I'll take Jalen Carter over Hargrave. Come on, let's switch roles, and you take that paycheck to San Francisco, where they just gave Nick Bosa all that money also. And then you take into C.J. Gardner. We got Sidney Brown and Edmonds from the Steelers. You know what I mean? So we're cool right there. We got Reed Blankenship. You know what I mean? We're cool right there. You know what I mean? I don't see that much of a decline when CJ benefited from the D-line, and our D-line got better.
And also with that money we freed up, we signed that defensive tackle from the Saints, Keon Street or something. He was a D tackle. He had like 5 or 7 sacks last year as a D tackle.
Yeah, he's a reserve guy. He's coming in off the bench.
But that's what you need, fresh legs, and then you're not declining when you're bringing in your sub, like we just mentioned with Jacoby. If we're bringing in Street, he's a starter on any other team in the NFL, on any other 32 teams, but he's coming in on the bench from our team as some second win player. You know what I mean? Give our starters some rest and come in and not giving your offensive line no rest when you got an equal caliber person coming in giving you 2 more downs right now.
I just think if Carter doesn't have a big year, Carter has to have a big year. You
He
guys are going to
doesn't.
take
You're
take a step
forgetting.
back
You're
if he
forgetting
doesn't.
Jordan Davis.
Yeah,
You're
No,
forgetting
I
Jordan
know about
Davis.
the guys you already got. It's
We got
it's that
Fletcher
loss.
Cox. We got Fletcher Cox there, but you guys can't forget about Milton Williams, though. Milton Williams is a dog, my brother. Come on now. We're not missing Javon at all, bro. Like Hargrave is not even missed at all. And you didn't want to take no team salary. And then we flip it on the offense side of the ball. We got rid of Miles, but we gained Penny and DeAndre Swift, bro. Come on now,
No,
bro.
offensively, no, I agree. Offensively, you guys are about the same or even got better. I give you credit. I don't think you guys is taking a step back on the offensive side of the ball at all. I give you credit on that. I think Swift was an underappreciated pickup. I think he's going to do huge things. Just the type of offense that Philly runs, he's going to do huge things for that offense. So I agree with you on that one.
And look at all the DBs that we have that can rotate at the safety position. You know what I mean? We straight. I feel that we got better this year. Just to answer your question, we didn't lose nothing but Hargrave and C.J. Gardner and Epps, and we replaced all 3 of them with studs. Sidney Brown's a stud. You know what I mean?
And let's be
No,
real. They made those guys look way better too, though. Not taking discredit from CJ and them, but when you have a good front line that gets pressure, you make any D back look better.
That's what I just mentioned. That's why CJ benefited from having a great D line, and that's where I'm not afraid of Dean. We lost Edwards. I'm not afraid with Dean being there. I would have preferred Miles Jack being there, but we signed Morrow. Morrow was leading, his team in sacks. Not last year, but the year before, and we got who else we got right there in the middle? The Cunningham. You know what I mean? Like I'm pleased with the trade-off that we got, and cheaper, and we got a few more 1-year deals like we did with Sua and them last year.
And my thing
Well,
with
this
Washington, who got his running back?
Oh man, you guys didn't watch us well enough last year. That when you asked that, Brian Robinson was a rookie last year. He was the guy that got shot, the young guy who got shot, and he came in and took
he was
over.
a dog.
He's a dog, but they still got Antonio. And I'm going back to Bieniemy's impact. Antonio Gibson was a wide receiver in college, moved to running back. Eric Bieniemy is going to use that guy. I got a fantasy draft. I picked him up. That guy's going to score so many points in fantasy because Eric Bieniemy is going to use him in so many different ways.
Let me elaborate on this right here. Just ask a quick question. If Eric Bieniemy was such a great play caller, why did he do a lateral? Didn't do a upgrade, and he went to Washington as a offensive coordinator and left KC as an offensive coordinator? It was Andy Reid. If that man was so good, he'd be a head coach somewhere, my brother. Like Eric Bieniemy. He's going. All I'm saying. Let me say this, my brother. Let me say this. You could try to put a Ferrari, Lamborghini engine in a Pinto. It ain't gonna fit, my brother. It just ain't gonna fit. He had the weapons. He had the Travis Kelce's, the Tyreek Hills, the Patrick Mahomes to run that bullshit offense. He's not gonna be able to do that in this offense right here. It was Patrick Mahomes that made that offense look better with freelancing after a play broke up and emphasizing. You know what I mean? It's not play calling 90% of the time that you see Patrick Mahomes, unless it's them trick play shit. Like Eric Bieniemy ain't gonna be able to do nothing in Washington, bro. You're gonna see some clipboards being thrown on the ground over there, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a big problem.
I hope we can re-engage in this conversation in a couple of weeks. I love just to be able to be like, hey, I told you so.
It ain't even got to be that. I admit when I'm wrong. I'm just telling you what I see. You see a different thing right now. I'm just speaking the truth, and I'm not going down another black man or anything like that. I'm just speaking 100% truth. If Bieniemy was such a good coach, he would have had a head coaching job. With all, you know how many head coaches got hired this year?
Yeah, well, you know that now the story is breaking on why they think he didn't get that hasn't picked up as a head coach recently, like in the last couple of weeks on training camp. All right. They believe because there are some Washington players that came out with as disgruntled with him. They were saying that Eric Bieniemy was too hard on him. All right. That he was kind of this borderline, old school, too hard of a coach. And they believe a lot of that feedback has gone to the owners to not hire him because he hasn't been able to sort of adapt and change. And that's where those comments came up with Ron Rivera, all right, made about him. And it was that whole controversy and they thought there was a rift between Ron Rivera and Eric Bieniemy as soon as he got there. All right, so now they're saying that's the reason why they believe, honestly, he hasn't got that job, is because his concept and his philosophy just doesn't gel with a lot of the players. Not the concept. His concepts and scheme is great, but him being that leader, they believe he hasn't able to be that leader of men, which you need as a head coach. True or not, I don't know. I'm just telling you what they reported. This is what all the sports outlets reported. True or not, I don't know.
Okay, let's true or not. Let's speak on these cats right here. This is your secondary right here. So you see somebody on here that's matching up with AJ, Smitty, Quez, Goddard, Hurts, Swift.
Hey man, they did pretty well last year.
No, I'm talking about the cats that we see right here, though. I'm just speaking on
those the same cats.
With an upgraded offense, with an upgraded defense, bro. This is a totally different team right here. With you're seeing us early in the season this year, also. You know what I mean? Not after a certain time when we undefeated and we got this momentum. And y'all actually helped us last year with taking that burden off of our back. You know what I mean? With that undefeated talk crap. You know what I mean? Yes, I would have wanted to win, but you guys actually helped us with basically, all right, now we can stop that. Ain't no more undefeated teams in the NFL. I just feel that these cats right here is in trouble this year with a second year of these cats gelling together and being able to work in the off season. And then you got one of the sleepers of the team in Dallas Goedert. He's going to eat this year. Y'all gonna try to double team AJ, try to take away Smitty on the outside with safety help, and he's gonna eat across the middle in the flats. He's just gonna eat. And then you take into consideration, you got Kenny Gainwell and Swift that can eat out the backfield also. They can go line up as a third receiver.
Don't forget, we played you guys last year without defensive rookie of the year. He's back this year, and he looks explosive in preseason. Chase Young didn't play last year. Chase Young is back this year. He looks explosive in the preseason. Don't forget, we destroyed your offensive line without Chase Young, and all of those guys are back. And you add Chase Young to the mix. I think you guys are overlooking that point as well.
I ain't worried about it.
I like that ass. I love it.
He's exaggerating. We destroy you guys' offensive line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not. I let him live with that. They won the game. Let him live with that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
It wasn't like a 6-point loss or something. We didn't lose by that much.
But then they got that last touchdown at the end of the game. You know what I mean?
They tried rubbing in.
Yeah, we tried to do some trickery.
That's what you do when you're in the East, right? You just make them feel it. You make them think about it the next time up. That's all.
They're like, this is our playoff game, all or nothing.
Say less, Tiny. Ain't nobody worried about your bottom feeders, y'all. Like I said, you're gonna be at the bottom of the NFC East. Like no bullcrap, bro. Like
I can't believe you guys are picking the Giants over Washington. Come on, man. I can't believe you guys are really picking the Giants over Washington. I
just feel that them two is like not too far behind. When it with the Giants and the Cowboys right there, so you can flip them 2-3 and 3-2, and it does, you can pretty much good evening, you can come up because I just don't feel that Washington, you guys got better than the Giants. The Giants got better. You know what I mean? Like with the offensive line, kept in Saquon, and you got Waller. You know what I mean? And then now with another year of play calling, you know what I mean, from the head coach, I just feel that Daniel Jones ain't that much of an upgrade, but I just feel that they're better than Washington.
I 100%. I give Eagles. I think the Eagles gonna win the division. All right, I'm a realist, just like you. 100%. I believe Eagles will win the division, but I think it's going to be Eagles, Washington, Dallas, and Giants. I think Washington is going to be better than Dallas this year. I just think Dallas has.
Washington is going to be better than Dallas?
Yeah, I do. I do believe that. Now, I think it's going to be one, then
You
Washington two,
just
then Dallas three.
you opened that conversation up with saying that you was a realist.
Hey, I am.
I don't see Washington finishing in front of Dallas this year, my brother. I
I
just
got you.
don't feel it. Like they have like if you look at what we got, they match up with us, my brother. Like, and we match up with them great all the way around. We match up with them like honestly, I don't see them. You know, man, say less, Tiny. He just said he was a realist. I need what you've been smoking. like real
All
talk.
stepping.
Like on some real talk, bro. Like we match up with Dallas like tremendously great, and we overpower them from their D line with our O line with our wide receivers and they deep backs. Like we just better than them, and we're like well. I mean, like the game y'all won, I give y'all credit. Y'all won. We were completely distracted looking into next week, everything like that. I give you, and I take that back. I give once again, I just say I give y'all credit for the win. I'm not gonna throw in the extra shit. You know what I mean? So I just this year is gonna be completely different with Jalen Hurts on the revenge tour, bro. Like it's gonna be a problem, and I don't feel us losing no game right here. I'll go back to that right here. I don't feel us losing no game in the NFC until Christmas, and then they may take that personal on Christmas and win it. I feel we can sweep the whole NFC East this year and don't lose a game. Just my personal opinion. Not saying I'm a realist. I'm just speaking facts right now. I just feel that we can sweep it unless it's coming in late games like this, maybe the 14th, week 14 in Dallas or something like that. But that's at Dallas. I can see that maybe possibly a loss right here. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna say we can run through it, but we ain't gonna lose no games right here in the NFC East until December. If it is happens. I just feel we got our head, tunnel vision right now, bro. And we trying to get back to that prize. We got unfinished business.
And the thing with Dak, I really worry about. I feel like Dak's either gonna have a good year or a bad year because they got all the pressure of homeboy Trey Lance getting brought in without any of their stuff going on, and then you bring in Brandon Cooks and Stephon Gilmore. But let's be real. They didn't pick these guys up out of free agency. They had to trade for them. And these guys been on different teams like the last 5 years. No one, if you're that good of a player, they're gonna find a way to keep you on a team, not keep getting released and traded all the time. So
You
Dak's
talking
gonna
about
have
Trey Lance?
to though. Yeah, I'm talking about Trey Lance. Yeah.
I agree. I think Dak gonna struggle, and I think Dak gonna struggle because of it, and because of that, that's why I think Dallas isn't gonna do as well.
But even if Dak struggled, his struggles, he'll still be a better quarterback than your starting quarterback.
I feel
That's where I don't feel that's that much of a decline with Dak struggling compared to your offense not scoring. Your defense can be good as hell, but your offense does not have the firepower to compete with nobody in the NFC East.
So we averaged like 22, 23 points last year. That's going to go up. I mean, I'm not. You guys, I think you guys just not giving enough credit to Eric Bieniemy. All right, that number goes up with the defense we have. That just shows an improvement. But this is why we love the season,
weapons.
Right?
Yeah, that's why what they say. That's why they play the game, right?
That's right.
That's why they play the game. I understand completely where you're coming from, and not just saying as a fan. I'm speaking 100% facts, bro. I just y'all coming in last in the NFC East, and y'all ain't gonna get more than 6 wins, bro.
I respect it. That's all I hear all over the news. I respect that. So we hear on the news, and that's why I love it.
It was a backup on Dallas again, the quarterback, the white boy that played last year.
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush.
I feel like kids like right now. I'm saying right now, I'll take him over Sam Howell.
Say less.
I don't know about that one, but we're gonna see. I don't know about that one. How just showed me something during the preseason that I saw it towards the end of last year, and now I saw it in the preseason. I think he's gonna surprise a lot of people.
Playing in the preseason.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, no, against number ones though. Not. I know what you're saying. No, I only watch them against number ones. The rest of it don't matter.
Yeah.
Somebody said they're gonna put Rush before Trey Lance.
Especially only giving Trey Lance for a 4th round pick. They ain't losing nothing.
And what you gotta remember is Dallas has a better offense line and better offensive weapons than Washington too, though.
And a better defense.
I don't know about their weapons.
What weapons?
They got CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb is not better than McLaurin.
Then you got
I had this
Gallup.
conversation.
You got Gallup, and and then they add Cook, right?
And Gallup nor Cook is better than Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson was a rookie last year, scored 7 touchdowns. Nobody knows about him because he was a rookie. He scored 7 touchdowns and missed 4 games. No one knows about him. Watch him this year, Jahan Dotson and McLaurin. McLaurin is a Pro Bowler who is better than CeeDee Lamb. ESPN released their rankings. McLaurin was ranked top 10 wide receiver in the NFL. He was ahead of CeeDee Lamb. Right?
But how is he gonna get the ball? That's all I'm saying. If he do get catches, it's gonna be 2-3 yard under screens, tight end screens, stuff like that. He's not gonna be able to get the ball when you have a aggressive defensive line the way that we have, and then we're having aggressive defense too. Our DC is aggressive. He's not like the Gannon cat. He's not conservative. He's aggressive. And when you have a defensive line like that, you got to utilize them to prevent the offensive line from the other team is coming second level to Dean and the other linebacker. Now you can free up a linebacker. Now, if you allow the center or the guard to come second level after he jammed the D lineman and come up second level, then you're screwed. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna give you
go ahead.
McLaurin was ranked. McLaurin over 1,000 yards, Pro Bowl last year, right? We're talking about McLaurin, all right? And you talk about how he's gonna get the ball with three different quarterbacks last year. Over 1,000 yards receiving, went to the Pro Bowl. With a offensive line was ranked like 30th. The guy's a monster. So when you say how you gonna get the ball, that right there shows you right there. Offensive line ranked 30th. He's still over 1,100 yards. Pro Bowl. The guy's a monster. All right. So when you say better weapons than Dallas, I'm telling you, their weapons are better than Dallas. Yes, maybe Dallas has a better.
We coming in with a grudge for that week against you guys, week 4. Y'all gave us our first year, and that's the problem. Like, it's not going to be no easy match. Like, I mean, we coming in NFC East rivals. We're coming in and we're going to smack that ass. Like, keep it 100. Like, we gonna have our second and third strings by the beginning of the fourth quarter, bro. Like I'm telling you, it's personal. It's personal, my brother. Like y'all don't have the caliber of weapons on the offensive line, tight end. I give you that. Your wide receiver is decent, and he is top 15 in the NFL. Top 20 wide receiver. You know what I mean? Let me stop playing with you, my nigga. Let me stop playing with you. He a decent top 10, top 15 wide receiver, but I don't see him able to get the ball.
I got you. Back and forth who's better, CeeDee and McLaurin back and forth. But I'm saying overall, as an offense, the Dallas has more weapons. I'm not saying CeeDee's better than McLaurin because McLaurin is filthy. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm saying overall, as a whole, you plug in the Cooper Rush, he has more of an arsenal than Sam Howell does in Washington. Is what I was saying. And my thing, like when you guys come to play us, yeah. You guys got that receiving back, but when it comes to the run game, who's really going to take the pressure off Sam Howell? If we come down and shut down the run on you guys and force you guys, Sam Howell or Howell, to beat us with the air, do you really think he's going to be able to pass the ball like
that's all I'm saying
5 times a game?
That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm
glad you get destroyed.
Yeah, you put it plain and simple and exactly what I said, bro. Like that's exactly the point that I was trying to make over here, bro. Sam Howell just ain't gonna be able to do it for you guys, and that's why Jacoby gonna be the starter by week 3, like 100%. Jacoby's gonna be the starter by week 3, and now y'all looking for another quarterback. That's what's gonna happen, bro. Like, look at the Zach Wilson effect, bro. It's gonna happen, bro. These rookies, you can't put them out there like that. Not like rookie like that, like they all don't succeed or anything like that. But this cat is not gonna do it, bro. And he came from a small college, bro.
Recall Carson Wentz.
Oh, hell no. We seen how that went.
Man, they were talking so much crap, man. We're about to give them a run for their money. We're about to get revenge. It's a revenge game, man. We took that stadium over on and off the field.
Man. I didn't like Wentz when they picked him up. I thought he was done when he left you guys, to be honest. I didn't like the Carson Wentz picked up. I'd rather have rolled with Heineke from the start. So I wasn't on that bandwagon. I knew Carson Wentz
way better option.
I think you guys for signing him, man. I think all draft picks.
Close this door, baby.
Yeah, I thought it was terrible. But hey, man, I appreciate you guys letting me join you, man, for this combo. I'm over here in a different time zone. Got to get back to work. But I definitely appreciate this, man. It was fun. Hopefully I'll get invited back sometime.
Hey, week 4. You see that October 1st, that's the game. So we come on every Wednesday after the game. So, you know what I mean? That following Wednesday, most definitely, you know what I mean, we'll be on here, you know, so we'll come through, talk, and then one of us will be able to say, I told you so. You know
Okay.
what I
All right,
mean?
brother. I appreciate it, man. Thanks, fam.
No problem, man. Appreciate you.
All right. Good luck this year.
Yeah,
Y'all
you
do
too.
the same.
All right.
Now to the back to the LA game. What was you speaking on with the LA game? What was you saying that the reason why you felt that we was gonna win that game?
Oh yeah, I said because we already owned them twice, and then I was going back to the we gonna win because of the crowd's gonna play a big part, and so they're kind of on the downfall. You know, there's a lot of guys that kind of don't want in LA. No, you know, because went all in for that Super Bowl. They're- And then their quarterback, I forgot his name, that came over from Detroit. They won the Super Bowl with.
Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I don't. I guess there's still something going on with his arm or something like that. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's going to be a blowout game right there. We just got to stay focused and not
Hmm.
looking past them to New York, to the Jets. You know what I mean? Because we coming, if you look at that within a week, we going from LA to New York.
Yeah,
Even though New York is home for Philly, you know what I mean? Like right across, you know what I mean, the bridge, it's still, you know what I mean, a away game. And you got all the hype with Aaron Rodgers and now Jalen Hurts against Aaron Rodgers and all this, you know, Sauce Gardner, Wilson, you know, all that is just gonna be a bunch of a bunch of publicity, should I say, with that game, advertisement, you know, trying to make it like a real good game. That's going to be a prime time game. And then look at the stretch you got right here also, bro. Like you go from the, I say the first 4 game, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, you know what I mean? We should stay, you know, undefeated. And then coming into the Jets game, that's when things start getting critical. You know what I mean? Now we got to start bringing our A game because look at the stretch that we have. We got the Jets, we got the Dolphins, back to Washington, now Dallas. These 2 games is going to be crazy back to back with each other, you know, with division. And then you got to bye. Now you go to KC, Buffalo, San Francisco, Dallas, and then Seattle, bro. You know what I mean? And then you play the Giants back to back weeks, basically on Christmas. You know what I mean? And basically on your after New Year's game, like the 6th or the 7th. Like this is a critical schedule, and that
I
Jets
don't.
game is when things start getting real.
I don't like when they do that. When you have a rival game and you play like it's like a 1 week difference. Like you got the Giants, and then the Cardinals, and the Giants. Like, come on, man, really? Like you just played them 2 weeks ago.
Big facts.
I mean, that last game might not matter. I mean, obviously they're tougher schedule, but obviously like the goal is to fucking clinch the NFC and have the playoffs run through Philly.
But it may matter to them though. You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
where you don't want to play your starters in a game that really has no significance if we already locked. If we ain't locked up the #1 seed, I hope Jalen and them is playing to get that #1 seed because I love the chances of going back to the Super Bowl if everybody have to come into the link with a first round bye. You know what I mean? If we secure the #1 seed in the NFC, then I'm kind of happy with our chances with going back to the Super Bowl. Or should I say ecstatic with our chances with going back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And so that's where this schedule is critical starting in week 6 all the way to that week 14. From week 6 to week 14 is a critical stretch for us. You know what I mean? From the Dolphins, Washington, like, look at that. Then you got to buy, then you regroup, and then you come back for this brutal. Like, look at this 4-game stretch. KC, Buffalo, San Francisco, and Dallas. Like, man, you can easily go 2 for 2 in this one right here in that 4-game stretch.
Yeah,
You
and
know
most
what I mean?
in those NFC matchups too, for sure. Definitely, especially when it comes to playoff brackets and all that.
Big facts. Playing in Philly during the playoffs is a scary time for anyone in the NFC. Like, boy, preach, my brother. Like that's where I want to be at if it's in the playoffs. I like our chances right there. And what you thinking about?
It's automatically in too, though.
Say that one more time.
It means win your division, you're automatically into. That's why you build your team to win the division.
But I mean, no team in the NFC scares me. You know what I mean? But I don't want to go into nobody else's house to determine if we go into the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
So I want everything to come through us. And imagine how Philly gonna be acting one game away from the Super Bowl, how crazy it's gonna be. And that's the same thing with going into San Francisco or something like that, and you one game away from the Super Bowl, and they fans is just acting crazy, and it's a different environment playing
I
it.
feel like it's the same thing as Frisco, because I mean, even with Frisco, like we'll have the so. I mean, Seattle's gonna play a little better probably and give San Fran a run for their money. Like you said, it's having the playoffs come through Philly again. But I mean, think about the Niners; they really don't got no competition. I mean, I feel like Seattle's the only team they're the only team that's any good in their division. That's gonna give them some L's maybe.
And that's how I feel with Dallas. Like the Giants is gonna be good, but I just don't see them matching up with us. Like wherever you got a good weapon at in the NFC, we taking it away. NFC East, we taking it away
And
with
who
our
else?
defense.
Got the Bucks division. I'm not worried about the Saints, Bucks, any of them. And then we got the Packers, Bears. I'm not worried about their division.
None of that.
Like any of those teams that win those and have to come to Philly, I'm not worried about. I mean, in San Francisco, San Francisco, I feel like it's a good matchup for us. But when you just compare the quarterback play, Jalen Hurts compared to what they got, it's not the same, you know.
And you got to take into consideration also with the Cowboys, we can sweep them and they can still make the playoffs, and we meet them in the playoffs. And after our first round bye, it's a possibility if they win their wild card matchup, they playing us in week 2 in the round 2 of the playoffs. You get what I'm saying?
That's why I'd rather something go down like this. Like, okay, we beat Dallas week 9, and then we play them week 13 and lose. I'd rather lose that second game. So then if there's a chance we play them again, it's like a revenge game. You don't want to sweep them twice and we play them in the playoffs when they knock us off when it really counts, you know?
Yeah. But I would rather win that too. I would rather win week 14 too, just because of the stretch right here. And then now, if we win that week 14, we able to rest after Christmas with week 17 and week 18. We can rest our starters. But if we lose that to the Cowboys, it's a possibility we may have to play our starters in the Cardinals game.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Something tells me too, man. I just got something in my gut. I feel like Dak's going to kind of tank this year. Like, he's not going to get better than he was last year, I feel like.
Yeah, that's a great possibility too with both of you, what you both just said. With him, 3 teams in the playoffs, because Washington ain't that bad, and then you got the Giants, Cowboys, and the Eagles. There's a possibility that could be 3 of us that go to the playoffs this year, and it'd be a scary thing to have to play a team that you play twice in the season and then have to see them in the playoffs too. That'd be a horrible situation.
That's matchup and then winning the playoffs when it matters. I mean, yeah, you want to win them all, but come on, it's gonna be hard to beat the same team 3 times. I mean, we did it to New York last year, but you don't want to do it all the time.
Big facts. And we hop through there. So what you thinking with as of right now, we both agreeing in basically except excluding week 1, we basically saying that week 2, 3, 4, and 5 will be wins for the Eagles, right?
Yeah.
So what are you saying in your input with the Jets?
And that's in.
And that's at MetLife.
It's a 1 o'clock game. Actually, no, 4:25. So, I mean, it's gonna, like you said, it's gonna be a hyped up game for sure because Aaron Rodgers first time. I mean, I'm not gonna say they're not gonna be good this year, but Aaron Rodgers is getting kind of older. Like I said, that defensive line we have. But I mean, he's a quarterback that's a little smarter. Like he knows how to read defenses, get the ball out quick. He knows stuff like that. But I mean, as long as you get those hits, because I've been trying to tell people, man, like sacks is cool and all, but sometimes if you just getting that pressure and just getting those hits on the quarterback really takes a toll as the game goes on. Makes them rush their passes, makes them hesitate. But man, bro, I really don't see us really losing the game until like the Bills, or to be honest.
Yeah, and that's the same thing that I feel also too. If it is, it'll be the Bills, KC, or the San Francisco game. But I don't see us losing to San Francisco with all this hype going on with Debo and all that stuff. So it would be Kansas City or the Bills game. But then I don't even see them being able to beat us, bro. So it's like that week 14 is that one game that the first game that I see us losing, in my personal opinion, right here with my gut, I feel that we'll go 13-0 and we'll lose week 14 in Dallas.
And my thing is that we got a perfect bye week this year. I feel like,
Yeah, it gives us prepared for the home stretch.
and I feel like that's why we might lose that KC game because sometimes you come off a little rusty and stuff from that bye week, you know.
But then you get to prepare for them for 2 weeks, though. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
your game plan, watching film, everything like that is pertaining to Kansas City, and then now you got the Buffalo game to worry about. But then that's 6 days later. You know what I mean? And then you got a nice, decent rest until the week 13. I mean, to the week 13 game with the San Francisco 49ers. So we did get a little love with an 8-15 game, and then we play 6 days later. But then you know what I mean? A week later with that, and we're able to get a little rest with another 4:25 game. It ain't no early game or anything like that, and that's going to be a primetime game. So you're going to get a lot of stoppage and all that stuff in that game. So I feel comfortable with that game. That's why I say with us putting in with this stretch right here, week 11, week 12, week 13, that's where that week 14 is even more significant. Would I say that we'll lose with that game?
Yeah, man, call me crazy, but yeah, after the bye week, I mean, I'm just gonna kind of predict. I'm gonna say we're gonna lose. Obviously both those are losable games, the KC and the Bills. But I'll just say the KC will beat the Bills. But I'm comfortable losing to KC and the Niners, especially if we got all those wins correct. We're gonna be on the top of the NFC with all those wins because I don't see anyone else really winning that many games like us. So I'll take the L to KC and I'll take the L to the Niners. Cool. They're going to come back with revenge. They're going to be mad about that game last year. But then guess what? 9 times out of 10, we just lose those 2 games and maybe one more game. When we clinch the home field advantage, bro, we're going to just destroy the Niners again. And once you have the home field advantage, it's a wrap.
And I would rather lose to KC and the Bills than losing to the Niners, just because the Niners is in the NFC. If it is any kind of tiebreakers, anything like that, with the same records or whatever the situation may be, I would prefer to lose to the KC or the Bills and the Bills. And with that, like I said, that's why I'm hoping that our first NFC East or should I say NFC East and NFC loss would be week 14 in Dallas.
And my thing with
and then we can cruise. I'm listening.
I really wish he played the whole game because I really don't feel like it would have been that different of a game had Brock Purdy played the whole game. I'm just being honest too. Yeah. Maybe if we played in San Francisco, yeah, maybe a little more scoring on their end, but our defense against Brock Purdy, because he never seen no D line like that, bro. It's like. And that dude, Sean, what's that guy's name? I forget his name. The coach on them, he chokes in the playoffs and big games.
Shanahan.
Yeah, bro. Because I didn't realize they haven't went to a Super Bowl since Jimmy
Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo went to the Super Bowl with them.
Yeah,
and lost to KC.
Yeah, that's right. The last time they won, they beat the Ravens beat them. Yeah, they've been in there quite a few, but they haven't won one since they. I'm trying to remember who they beat.
All right, shit. We almost at that hour mark right now. So we talked about all the way to week 14. So what you got the record being at week 14? Did you we went week 6 with us beating the Jets, right?
Yeah.
So we 6-0. Then what about the Dolphins?
7, 8, 9-0. I got us being like 9-0. And then we
going into the bye week.
Bye week, and then I got us 9-1 after the KC game.
All right.
And I got us beating the Bills, so I'll be 10-1. And then I got us. Oh man, tough one, bro. I got us beating the Niners. So what? 11-1.
Yeah. 12-1.
12-1.
No, 11-1 with the bye.
11-1. I got us losing to Dallas. 11-2. Win against Seattle.
12-2.
And then win. So I don't know. Depending on how the playoff bracket is gonna go, it's a toss up. Either we're gonna lose to the Giants week 16 or 17. So that's gonna be the
Yeah,
third loss. And then I got us beating the Cardinals.
yeah, that's the same thing that I feel. So you got us being 12
14
and 2, 14 and 3.
Yeah.
All right, so I got us being all the way right here to the Jets being 6 and 0. Then these two games, week 7, week 9, but with it being in Philly, I don't see that being a problem. Us being in Washington with the first game, I don't see that be a problem. But like, was that Tiny? Tiny said that this could possibly, honestly, be our first L. So I'm gonna run with that 6 and 1 as week 7. Then we're gonna go 7 and 1, 8 and 1. Then we're gonna bye week 9 and 1, 9 and 2, 10 and 2, 10 and 3, 11 and 3, 12 and 3, 13 and 3, and 13 and 4. So I got us being 13 and 4.
That Seattle game, that win is mandatory for me, bro.
Yeah, that's a win right there. So let's run back to week 1 against the Patriots. So I'm gonna write this down so we both remember this. So when we come back into next week's, we can talk about the score prediction, anything like that. It ain't nothing on the line or nothing for it. It's just bragging rights, just bragging rights right now. So, what's your score prediction for the Eagles week 1 game at the Pats?
Bro,
And what's your game MVP for the tiebreaker, just in case if we both come up with the same number, meaning separating from the actual score, we can have a tiebreaker.
I got us winning. I got us scoring 31. I'd say 31-17 Eagles.
And who would be your MVP?
Say Jalen Hurts. We're just doing offense or just one total?
Just one total person.
All right, cool. Yeah, I got Jalen.
All right, I got let's say 4 touchdowns, 2 field goals. So 34, 13 Eagles. And I'm gonna take Smitty as my MVP. 31. Now I'm gonna actually go 16, 30, 34, 16. 34-16. Eagles and Smitty. And so yours is 31-17 and I'm 34-16. That's exactly how I see it. 100. Hey, Tiny, shoot your score prediction right now too for week 1, and I'll write yours down also. And then you hop on next week, and we'll discuss the who got the closest. 35.
Yeah, we been trying to get him on. He works swing though. He be at work when we're on.
13 Eagles. That's say less. There it is. There we both all. I mean, like. Matter of fact, you got to change your 17 because Ant picked 17. You got to change your 17.
We're 15.
We just gotta wait for 14. There it is. There, say less. All right, shit. I guess a couple of the homies we'll have them back on next week. You know, I guess they didn't have some technical difficulties or what. You know, things happen in life. You know, I greatly appreciate everybody that tuned in. Greatly appreciate and with my boy with the Northwest Bird Gang. Once again, if anybody's tapping in, going to Seattle, make sure y'all find this group with the Northwest Bird Gang and tap in with my boy and any of his admins and just link up with them and they're going to guide you in the right direction. Like you mentioned, what you say again with the y'all hosting what event?
So we're hosting so on Saturday night we're hosting a rally party where we're all gonna go to Eagles spot in Seattle. So it's between 2 places right now, but it's obviously gonna be figured out. People go there and go party, drink, And then on Sunday, the other bar that's going to be in the link when you guys look it up is it by the stadium, and then it's $99 a ticket, so you can stay there the whole time and watch the game there as well. It's the indoor bar. It's unlimited food and drink for the whole game for $99 a person.
Oh,
And then
that ain't bad at all.
yeah, so you can stay there for the game, and then obviously after that you can either stay there or some people head out and go to the game because they got tickets.
That's dope. That's dope. Well,
Yes.
once again, bro, my brother, I greatly appreciate you hopping on. Looking forward to checking you all out on Saturday. Also, you and Tiny, that's in the comment section, going y'all doing the show this Saturday, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and y'all can find them on Bird Gang Northwest on YouTube. Make sure y'all shout them out. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and blow up their notification in comment section also. And I'll most definitely be over there in the comment section checking them out also on Saturday. So make sure y'all check them out there. And then once again, in these groups right here, I got the BOAF_Eagles_podcast. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram. And if y'all on Facebook, make sure y'all give us a follow on Birds of a Feather Flock Together. That's, like I said, we got crazy Eagle content every single day of the week, multiple times of the day. People dropping information, knowledgement, what's going on Eagles related. So it's a real good group to be in, and make sure y'all follow us on those. And then once again, like I say, we got 14-3 with my boy Ant, and we got 13-4 with me. And then we got our score predictions for week 1. So we'll be back here next Wednesday. And those that don't have the NFL Sunday ticket on YouTube or no way to watch the game, we go live every single game in this group right here on Facebook, Birds of a Feather Flock Together. Make sure y'all try to find this on Facebook and ask for an invite on that page, because once again, if you out of market and you're not in Philly or near Philly and don't get it on your local network, we go live every week in this group right here with every Eagles game. So once again, I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. Is there anything you want to say before we get up out of here, my brother?
Shoot, no, man, I'm just looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to get back on the show next Wednesday. Like I said, follow and subscribe, man. You know, Birds of a Feather Flock Together. You know, same out here supporting each other, trying to get these channels going, giving you guys some, you know, Eagles content. You already got a good thing going on by having the live games on in there, man. You can make life easy on a lot of people at work and stuff, for real.
Big facts, you know, and that's what we try to do, and that's what I created the group for, just for that simple reason. Like, it's, you know, I got it. I don't do, you know, I ain't doing shit when I'm watching the games. I make sure that I'm home and take off work and everything like that. So I'm gonna make sure that I go live on all the networks that I am, especially in my group that I created right here. So that's a incentives for everybody that's in the group that's not local to Philly, that they're able to see the group if they at work, school, wherever they at. Just flip their phone on and they're able to watch the Eagles game live. And we do mute during the commercials, so it ain't, if you do hop on and it's during the commercial and it's on mute, we will be turning the sound off on all commercials and then turning it back on when the game gets started.
That's convenient, man. You about to be the MVP, man.
Appreciate it. And once again, man, I greatly appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. It greatly appreciated. And most importantly, please hit that comment. I mean, that subscribe button. That would be greatly appreciated, man. And once again, we'll check y'all out next Wednesday. Appreciate you, Ant, and we'll check y'all out next Wednesday. Peace.
Soundstripe. Soundstripe. Soundstripe.